Nancy Pelosi calling the CIA a bunch of liars a few times, as a matter of fact. On our next guest wants her to show us the evidence or else apologize. Joining us right now in studio, Minority Leader John Boehner, who first wants to say he prefers to be on the couch, but we'll put that aside.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the couch than sit on this stiff little chair.
It just reminds us, just had two guys hanging out in the bar talking. First off, what do you mean?
I understand that.
I understand you do understand that. But what do you mean that you want an investigation to find out if Nancy Pelosi's right?
Well, lying to Congress is a crime. Purposefully misleading Congress is a crime. And if the Speaker is accusing the intelligence community of lying to her or purposefully misleading her, then she ought to present that evidence, turn it over to the Justice Department, and have them prosecuted. And if that is not the case, then I think she owes our intelligence community an apology.
What is the significance of the former Chief of Staff for Bill Clinton, now head of the CIA, Leon Panetta, coming out and defending the CIA, essentially saying the same thing you were saying?
Well, I think Director Panetta has a job to do on behalf of his intelligence professionals in Washington, and for that matter, around the world. We have to remember that these are the people who are charged with keeping us safe. And over the last 8 years, they have done, almost 8 years, they've done a marvelous job of keeping America safe, providing intelligence for our soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq and elsewhere around the world so that they can do their job. And I think that it's pretty clear that Mr. Panetta and the CIA believe that they were truthful in their briefings to Ms. Pelosi. They have no reason to lie.
Right. Where's this going, Congressman Boehner?
Well, I think the ball's in the Speaker's court. I think she needs to come forward, either present evidence or do an apology, and let's get this behind us.
Do you think that she should lose her job?
I think that she should either come forward with the evidence of lying or being misled.
If she has none, she should remain Speaker.
Let's not get too far down the road here. I'm not going to take anything off the table, but I do believe that that the ball's in her court, and she has to either put up or let's have an apology and move on.
Now, Bob Graham, who was in at the time in some of those briefings, says I don't remember hearing about waterboarding too.
Well, Porter Goss who did these briefings at the time, he was the chair of the House Intelligence Committee. Ms. Pelosi was the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. And Porter Goss relayed his version of what was said in those meetings, along with Ms. Pelosi, who he was there with.
For Leon Panetta to come out and say this about Nancy Pelosi and defend the CIA, did in fact Rahm Emanuel have to okay that?
I don't, probably. It's pretty hard for most of these agencies to make such a public statement without the White House providing some kind of a blessing.
So you would have to assume that maybe the President and the White House agree with Leon Panetta.
Well, I don't know that the President was involved in that decision, but typically, before some agency would make some announcement like that, the White House would sign off, especially when it was a letter as hard-hitting as it was in a rebuke to the Speaker of the House.
Minority Leader John Boehner, always great seeing you in person.
Nice seeing you.
And I know people in the control room that will get you on the couch next time you're here.
Is that a promise or a threat?
That is a promise. Get you on the couch next time you're here. Meanwhile, straight ahead, we change gears.